Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? How the heck are you today? So, Bitcoin trying to make a little bit of a recovery. Altcoins climbing as well. Looking juicy, guys. Bitcoin sitting at $114,000. Very nice. Can we close? The key is to close above there. As you can see, it is acting as a significant level of resistance as Bitcoin tries to battle its way through there. So far, the struggle is real. But good news is we're climbing, guys. We are climbing. I'm hoping that next week, I suspect next week's going to be a nice recovery week, in my opinion. Market will start to price in the rate cut again. So that's looking good. Let's get into the super chats. We only have one super chat on this Sunday to start the stream. Isaac, my guy, lick a tongue. Rob, you're the best. Hey, you're the best, brother. Thank you so much for your support. Being the first one here to do it. Absolutely love it, brother. Okay, let's get into the chat a little bit. William, what's up, what's up, my guy? What's going on? Ty, good to see you, buddy. Where are we with the M2 supply? We are still not fully back to correlation, but we will be soon. J Money, what's happening, man? Bulbasaur in the house, second Pokemon of the day. H Barbarina says, it's a beautiful day. It's a good day to have a good day, guys. Absolutely. Gustav, hey, Rob, I know you you have a lot to take care of. Yeah, I've mentioned these shirts 3 times in the last week. So shirts have been ready for a while, but I was unable to go pick them up for personal reasons. I'll likely go get them in the next couple of days and start mailing them out. So they are ready. They are done. It's just a matter of me having time to go and get them. So Quinn, what's up, buddy? Rise above in the house. Yo Mars, what's happening, man? Kizza, my guy. Hey, Rob, happy Sunday. What will the coming week hold? Whatever it is, bring it on. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think it's going to be a nice recovery week. We'll see what happens. Isaac said, you said the t-shirts are ready. He just hasn't had time. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Isaac. Aaron, too many deals. Not enough dry powder. LFG, crypto fam. There you go. Guys, we have 158 people watching, and we have, how many likes do we have? 38, guys. Come on. Let's get the likes up to 100. 38 likes is pitiful. It's pitiful. Come on. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe on the way in to the stream. What do we got? Candyman says, my goal is to have $3 million in my bank account by the end of the year, and I already have $2.46. You're getting there. One step at a time, brother. Absolutely. Oh, Candyman, you're a blessing, my friend. You're a blessing. Super fantastic. Blessings, John. Good to see you, my friend. Ben, happy Sunday. Tune out the noise and focus on what you can control. Exactly. Danny, yo, what's up, my dude? Beast mode. I'm getting turnt real soon, baby. Danny says, I have to catch up. Still out with the fam at church. Hey, absolutely, man. God first. God first in all aspects of your life. Surf Army says, happy Sunday, everyone. I am a member of another trading group that uses BTCC. The leader of our trading group has contacted BTCC and is having his members submit forms for reimbursement. Reimbursement for what? For what? I don't understand from what I've read, BTCC hasn't done anything, right? Binance manipulated the markets. BTCC is not a big enough exchange to manipulate the markets. Kat, what's going on? Good to see you. For those who could not access the exchange during the crash, Rob, do you want me to put this info in our group? Yeah, go ahead. Put it in our group for sure. Nice to see you, Rob. Paul, good to see you, buddy. I'm not see any more my charts because just waiting for your safe exits on the Patreon, so don't care up or down. Exactly. Let's go. Andy, my guy. What's up, buddy? Zebek Pampin. Absolutely. I do have a Zebek video coming out later today on the channel. A little bit more of a deep dive into Zebek. If you're wondering and you want details on what exactly Zebek is and why it might be a good addition to your portfolio, not financial advice, then you're going to want to see that video. Dave, what's up, man? Future and football, nothing better. Let's go, baby. Gary says hit those likes. Absolutely. Daryl, yeah, I mean, you just got to wait for support, man. There's nothing that I can do on my end. There's glitches sometimes, and support can fix them. I cannot fix them, right? And like Gary says, maybe update your app. I don't know. I'm not too sure. AF, happy Sunday, brother Rob and crypto family. Market is turning, and thanks to brother to keep the Patreon community calm. Hey, absolutely, man. You deleted it, reinstalled, check the updates. Doesn't work on the app, web browser, desktop. Hopefully resolved soon. Yeah. Like, support's the only one that can solve the problem for you, right? I can't. There's nothing that I personally can do about it, right? EZ, what's happening, man? K Lily's in the house. Benjamin, hey, Rob, happy Sunday, buddy. Shot you a DM of a swing trade on XRP I'm placing. Love to hear your thoughts when you get a chance. Yeah, well, hopefully I can get to it before it's too late, right? Kizza, how many Blazers do you have, Rob? Man, I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, brother. I got Blazers for dazers, my friend. Isaac, I'm still holding tight, not selling a damn thing till my conservative prices. I got more Blazers than Elon Musk, baby. Gain, hey, Rob, is this Sunday trap and will come down tomorrow? I mean, we could see a bit of a dump tomorrow, but you have to remember that Mondays are often liars, right? Usually, however Monday plays out, the rest of the week kind of does the opposite, right? So it might actually be beneficial to see a red day tomorrow so that we can see a green week for the rest of the week, right? I'll take that exchange. Jax, what's up, man? Restful Mind, we got Mewtwo in the house. Gotta love the amazing sale prices. You think that the whole that made 160 million, that one short on BTC is going to play out before we explode back up? Well, I've been covering over the last 2 days. There's a lot of shorts that are built up, man. We could see a short squeeze happen as soon as next week. Hola, Rob. Can you please Alawak at Noise Coin? Want me to look at Noise Coin? Noise Coin up 16.5% on the day. $18 million market cap on base. SocialFi meme coin. Well, I mean, it's just as good as any other meme coin that's newer. It's on Coinbase, so that's good. But I would expect that being on Base Network. It needs a few more listings, but yeah, I mean, it looks like it should do okay. I don't see anything extremely special about it, but I think that it could do okay for sure. Strawberry Dragon, no dry powder and hodling. Hey, sometimes that's all you need. Gain says, as they took massive profits from BTC, will this now trickle to the altcoins? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Altcoins are already recovering. I mean, stuff like Clearpool's up 17.5% on the day. Ondo's up 7.7%. We're seeing some recovery for sure. TP Can Foundation, good afternoon, man. Good to see you. Amazing coins. Another hello, Rob and Crypto Weirdos. Had a great time last night on the live. There you go. Try Hard Turbo. Hey, Rob, what do you think will come of the crash and the whale who shorted? No, there's not going to be any accountability for it. Absolutely not. You know that. Absolutely no. Rich people are never held accountable. Big John, what's up, man? I guess it's for those who couldn't change their orders. Oh, I see. Yeah, put it in the trade group. Amazing coins sold. Oh, I see. For people, I see what you're saying, Sir Farmery. For people who had positions in and couldn't get out of them. I get it. Okay, yeah, maybe put that in the trade group for sure. Sold everything and put it all in Fartcoin. There you go. There you go. Market is closed on Tuesday. Holiday. What's the holiday? Is it Thanksgiving? What's the holiday in the States? It's Thanksgiving in Canada this weekend. Kizza, not a bad shout. Amazing coins. Yes. Robin, hey Rob, but which project would you rather purchase, Taraxa or Tars AI? Well, I mean, considering they're both completely different narratives, right? Tars AI is an AI play, an AI agent play, and Taraxa is a layer one. I want to say it's a layer one. So it's a little hard because they're different, narratives. They do different things. But I guess I'd probably go with Tars AI. Restful Mind says, happy Thanksgiving, Rob, and God bless you and the family. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for being here and supporting me, my friend. Absolutely. Columbus, it's Columbus Day in the States. Why does Ben Cowan always seem bearish and doesn't really alts? That's because he's a Bitcoin maxi. Bitcoin maxis are always intellectually dishonest, right? Ben Cowan is one of those YouTubers that he only advertises when he's correct about something, but he never talks about when he's wrong about something, right? And for him, every day is Bitcoin day. Alts will never pump. Only Bitcoin will pump, according to him. He's a very intelligent man, and there's nothing, not in a derogatory way am I talking about him, but he's intellectually, just like all Bitcoin maxis, they are intellectually dishonest, right? My thesis on Bitcoin maxis, guys, has always been that at the end of the day, Bitcoin maxis are hypocrites because they, back when Bitcoin first was around in the first couple of years, they bought Bitcoin. So what they did was they took a risk and they put money into a tiny cap coin that had the potential to go to zero, right? That's what they did. They took a risk on a small cap coin that people didn't believe in, right? At the end of the day. And they made millions and millions and millions of dollars. Now, fast forward to today, and Bitcoin maxis are telling you not to do the same thing that they did. They tell you should buy Bitcoin. You shouldn't buy any altcoins. So what they're saying is you shouldn't do what they did and buy a small cap coin that you believe in for the potential of life-changing wealth. You should just put your money in Bitcoin and maybe 2 or 3x your money while their bags continue to pump as everybody, gets in. So basically they're saying, yeah, don't do what I did and become a multimillionaire. Just buy what I hold to pump my bags. They're intellectually dishonest, and Ben Cowan is one of those people, right? So, I wish I would sell my ZBEC for a dang on Fartcoin. There you go. Market is open though. Oh yeah, the crypto market's open on the holiday. Yeah, TradFi markets probably aren't though, right? What's Columbus Day? Never heard of that day before. On Columbus Day 2025, the U.S. stock market will be open. Oh, there you go. There you go. Markets will be open. Thanks for all the help, my friend from Augusta, Georgia. Nice. An intelligent person will not tell anyone average retailers to buy Bitcoin, hoping it will make them rich. What they should say is make money from low coins and then invest in Bitcoin for the future. Yes, Gain. What you do, not financial advice, what I do is I use altcoins to make wealth, and then I roll that wealth into Bitcoin. I never sell my Bitcoin. So in a way, I myself could be classified as a Bitcoin maxi in a sense that I will never sell my Bitcoin. I'll just continue to accumulate it forever. However, I use altcoins as a tool to acquire more Bitcoin. So yes, it's all about strategy, right? And I will never tell anybody that they should not buy altcoins. They should only buy Bitcoin, right? Or they should only buy something that pumps my bags. That's being intellectually dishonest. HTTR says, get them likes up. Yeah, what do we have? 243 people watching. We have 68 likes. Guys, come on. We got to do better on the likes. 68 likes, 244 people watching. Smash the like button, man. Smash that like button. Let's get into the news a little bit here. We're all caught up in the chat. So Bitcoin, can we close above 114K? We'll find out, my friends. We will find out. But let's get into it. What's going on across the cryptoverse? Bitcoin soars beyond 114K. Ethereum spikes 6% as U.S.-China tensions ease. Elon Musk in the house. Man, it's been a minute, brother. Where you been, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Bitcoin's price has awakened on Sunday afternoon as the asset jumped by several grand to well over $114,000. Ethereum and most altcoins followed suit with impressive gains over the past hour or so. This came after reports that the Friday threats by Trump might have been exaggerated, and the tensions between Washington and Beijing have de-escalated. But I mean, that's the thing, guys. I said that the other day. Listen, everything Trump says is exaggerated, right? So I don't believe for 1 second that all the markets dumped as hard as they did because Trump threatened 100% tariffs on China. That's BS, in my opinion. I think Binance used that as cover to manipulate the markets and liquidate all of the longs. The Kobayashi letter suggested that the U.S. may have misinterpreted news about China's rare earth export controls. After the tariff announcement by Trump on Friday, Beijing said the new controls are not a full export ban on applications that meet regulations will be approved. Thus, they concluded that the biggest liquidation event in cryptocurrency industry, which saw more than $19 billion wrecked in less than a day, appears to have been driven by one big misunderstanding. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance continued to de-escalation on Sunday, saying their side appreciated the friendship between Trump and Zhao. I think Zhao. I can never remember how to pronounce his name. And added that the President of the United States hopes the U.S. won't need to use leverage on China. Vance noted that Trump is willing to be a responsible negotiator with China, which appears to be the catalyst behind the Sunday jump in the crypto markets. Could that cause markets across the board to pump tomorrow when they open up? Very, very possibly. Bitcoin stood below $112,000 earlier today prior to the news coming out, but shot up by over $2,000 to tap 114,500 before it retraced slightly. The asset right now is up to $113,650. Altcoins are following suit, led by Ethereum's impressive surge to almost $4,100. BNB has rocketed by more than 12%, and trades close to $1,300 now. Other big gainers include MNT, Tau, Astir, and Pengu. There you go. Candyman says, Rob, this one's for you because you have been sick. The man who invented throat lozenges died last week. There was no coffin at the funeral. Nice. Well done, my friend. Well done. Elon Musk says that flush out had to happen and was planned. All the exchanges shut down. Many only let people sell. That magnifies the market cap minute. Yes, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. Now the longs are wiped out. And I'll tell you right now, Binance and the other exchanges are licking their chops, looking at those shorts piling up at about $18 billion on the monthly time frame. Binance and Bybit are number one manipulators. Yes. I was talking last night in the Patreon open mic about how it's only a matter of time before the U.S. or one of the other world governments hammers Binance to the wall to make an example out of this market manipulation. Now, I'm not going to read this article, guys, but I just wanted to show you the bullishness of this announcement. So, critic Peter Schiff has issued a warning about the future of Bitcoin and crypto. Guys, this is incredibly bullish. And if you don't know why, it's because I actually asked AI to give me a number, the amount of times that Peter Schiff has been incorrect about his predictions on Bitcoin and crypto. And the bullish part is that Peter Schiff has been wrong so many times about his predictions when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto that even AI could not calculate the amount of times he has been incorrect. So it's like the inverse Kramer effect. This guy knows whatever he says about crypto, you should be doing the opposite, not financial advice. But bullish news as Peter Schiff gives a warning about crypto, which means the opposite is likely going to happen. So very, very good news. He sounds like she in English. Okay, thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate you. All right, what else do we have? XRP ETF filings advance as issuers update proposals amid Washington shutdown. Several of the world's largest asset managers, including Grayscale, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, 21 Shares, Wisdom Tree, and Canary, quietly amended their XRP ETF filings this week, signaling that the long-awaited approval process may be nearing its final stages. The updates, submitted as S1 registration amendments, come even as the SEC remains largely paralyzed by the ongoing government funding standoff with Washington. Rather than wait for the operations to resume, issuers appear to be finalizing structural and administrative details to ensure the seamless relaunch once reviews restart. Among the most notable changes are the unveiling of the new ticker symbols, the unmistakable sign that preparations for trading are underway. Grayscale will trade under GXRP, while Franklin Templeton and Canary plan to list XRPZ and XRPC, respectively. Bitwise and 21 Shares have not yet disclosed ticker information, a move analysts interpret as a strategic delay until post-shutdown approval windows reopen. ETF specialist Nate Garcia called the filings a strong signal that launch plans are already in motion, noting that most issuers appear to be entering the final administrative phase. He also highlighted that the SEC's recent decision to rely on generic listing standards rather than more complex 19B-4 process could accelerate the timeline once federal operations resume. So, guys, here's the thing. A year from now, 2 years from now, as we enter the next 4-year cycle, a lot of these altcoin ETFs approvals are going to start to become nothing burgers, right? Right now, they're big news and they're exciting. Give it a year, 12 months of this because the reason for that is that the SEC has created a generic standard for the approval process for a spot ETF for cryptos, right? Now, what this means is that people don't have to go through the 19B-4 filings anymore and their S1s. They just have to meet these standards, and there's an automated system that will start to approve these altcoin spot ETFs. So pretty soon, you're going to start to see hundreds and hundreds. Soon enough, by the peak of the next cycle, you will probably have thousands of spot ETFs. It's going to become a nothing burger over time, right? But for now, this is bullish news for projects like Litecoin, XRP, and Solana. So very, very bullish stuff moving forward here. So let's get a little bit into this article here. What do we have? Nasal passage is getting a little dry. I apologize. All right, guys, get those likes up. Like I said, what do we have? Before we get into this piece, what do we have? We have 255 people watching. We have 86 likes, guys. Let's get those likes up. All right, so cryptocurrency market experiences major leverage reset amid lowest funding rates. Glassnode reveals the cryptocurrency market funding rates have plunged to their lowest since 2022, indicating a significant leverage reset as speculative activities diminish across digital assets. This decline suggests a shift towards market stability, influenced by institutional investments and ETF-driven demand, affecting major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I need a drink. Immediate changes in market behavior include a shift towards more stable institutional inflows. This translates to a stronger market foundation. Glassnode's funding rate dashboard expansion reflects these shifts while emphasizing risk assessments. Market reactions have been varied, with institutional participants showing increased accumulation activity, particularly in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Some leading analysts anticipate short-term volatility to persist. As noted by Glassnode, while retail speculation continues to diminish, no governmental reaction or new regulatory statements were documented at this time. Well, the government is actually shut down right now, so that's not a big surprise. Market reactions have been varied, with institutional participants showing increased accumulation activity, particularly in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I already read that part. Did you know the 2022 bear market also saw a major leverage reset, signaling market bottom formations and a shift towards institutional dominance, now differing with ETF-driven demand, cushioning markets today. So this has happened before. It's not new. My guy Andy, hey boss, hope you're well. Your ZBIC prediction with Kraken listing going into Wednesday. Also, do the opposite of what spenders do. Long story short, Spencer does. Yes. Oh, Spencer. Inside joke, guys. You got to be over on the Patreon to get it. Yes. So my prediction for ZBEC after the listing, I think it might take a couple of days, but I think you're going to see a lot of liquidity start to pour into ZBEC. Maybe you know what? Like I was going to say, maybe you see a little bit of a sell-off, but I don't think so. There hasn't been a massive rally based on the news of the listing. So I think that you're just going to see the project start to move up because you're going to see new buyers stepping in and, new liquidity coming into the project. So yeah, I would expect probably give it a week or two, you'll probably see ZBEC at much higher prices. You'll see the wallet count go up. What are we at right now? 85,000 wallet holders or something like that? So yeah, that's kind of what I see playing out, brother. What else do we have? Let's keep it going, keep it rolling. Yes, one of my favorite subjects to get into. Okay, so big banks worrying about yield-bearing stablecoins need to grow up. Let's talk about it. The United States' biggest banks are afraid, not of financial crisis, not of cyber attacks, not of geopolitical shocks. They're afraid of yield-bearing stablecoins paying customers interest. The fear is why they fought tooth and nail to keep yield-bearing stablecoins out of the Genius Act, and why they're now pushing regulators to stop platforms like Coinbase from offering rewards to stablecoin holders. Wall Street claims that yield-bearing stablecoins will trigger deposit flight, which would destabilize lending and put the entire financial system at risk. It's the same tired line we've heard countless times when money market funds were introduced in the 1970s, when online brokerage accounts became mainstream in the 1990s, and when fintech apps emerged over the past decade. Each time, banks were wrong. What's really at stake here is simply market share. Yield-bearing stablecoins threaten the banking industry's $200 billion annual fee of swipe fees and near zero yield deposits. Instead of competing against newcomers, banks want regulators to slam the brakes and protect their business. So essentially what this means, guys, and what you'll notice is that you're not seeing banks complain and say, hey, government, why don't you allow us as a bank to offer the same yield on people's savings accounts as the stablecoin issuers do, or the exchanges do on stablecoin yield. Why can't we raise the amount that we give in interest for people's savings accounts? No, 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 no. Au contraire, mon frère. They're not fighting for that. They're saying they want equality. That would be equality in the best interest of their customers. What they want is they want regulators to step in and lower the amount of yield that the exchanges can offer. So that way their profit margin stays the same. You understand? So they're complaining, saying that this is a threat. Well, a simple solution is, why don't you offer more yield on people's savings accounts to compete with the stablecoin issuers and the exchanges? No, 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 no. We want to keep our money. We want to keep our money. We want to keep stiffing our customer. Come on. Por favor. What are you talking about? So strip away the rhetoric about consumer protection, and the real reason banks fear yield-bearing stablecoins becomes obvious. Money. Every time a customer swipes a card, banks pocket a fee. Every time someone leaves idle cash in a low-yield checking account, banks profit by reinvesting that money at higher rates. Stablecoins threaten both of those income streams. The fight is about protecting the $200 billion in annual bank revenues. These concerns are understandable, but lobbying to keep the playing field in the banking sector's favor will end up making the U.S. less competitive in the long run. The danger, after all, is that U.S. banks and regulators will stifle innovation and push it offshore in a global financial system. Consumers and investors are no longer limited to domestic products. If the U.S. prevents yield-bearing stablecoins from existing at home, consumers will simply turn to foreign issuers. We've already played that game with Gary Gensler running the SEC, right? That would be a lose-lose scenario. U.S. consumers would still access these products, but the innovation, tax base, and regulatory oversight would migrate abroad. Meanwhile, domestic banks would continue to lag, hiding behind regulatory capture instead of competing on product quality. We've already seen this scenario bear out to some degree with the stablecoins that don't offer any yield. Tether, a stablecoin firm headquarters in El Salvador, undeniably dominates the field to this day. In the US, banks want to remain competitive. They need to stop lobbying against innovation. Nothing stops them from issuing their own stablecoin or participating in fintech firms in order to do so. The only thing holding them back is intra, and, dare we say, a certain complacency. So they don't want change. They want to keep making $200 billion annually while screwing their customers. What about the bank's claims of yield-bearing stablecoins threatening the stability of the financial system? This argument is nonsensical for the same simple reason that American customers already have access to high-yield financial instruments. Money market funds, treasury bills, and brokered deposits offer yield far higher than the average checking account. In fact, many banks themselves already give customers the ability to sweep idle cash into money market funds without ever leaving their app. So the notion that stablecoins are somehow unleashing a dangerous new type of financial product is misleading, to say the least. Yield-bearing products already function within the broader financial system. The only difference is that stablecoins operate on blockchain rails, making them more accessible and more efficient than the legacy banking system. Similarly, one of the favorite arguments from bank lobbyists is that stablecoins will drain deposits from banks, crippling their ability to lend. That verges on fear-mongering. Banks do rely on deposits, but they also fund loans through wholesale markets, repos, commercial papers, and intrabank lending. If some deposits shift into stablecoins, banks can easily tap these other sources of liquidity. The idea that a marginal decline in deposits equals a credit crunch is flat out wrong. History bears this out. For decades, money market funds, prepaid cards, brokerage sweep accounts, and fintech apps have derived customer funds away from banks, yet the lending market has remained robust. Stablecoins are just the newest competitor in a long line of innovations that nibble at the deposit without breaking the system. This isn't the first time banks have made apocalyptic claims about new financial instruments. When money market funds were first introduced in 1970, banks warned of an impending collapse of traditional banking. Policymakers were told that allowing money market funds would unleash chaos on the financial system. What actually happened, deposits did flow out of banks, but the system adapted. Banks responded by introducing new products, adjusting their funding mix, and finding ways to compete. The financial system evolved. The lesson from the 1970s is simple. Innovations that pass yield to consumers don't destroy banks. They push them into innovation. Yield-bearing stablecoins are just a 21st century version of money market funds. They represent a new type of financial instrument that forces legacy players to modernize. At its heart, this debate is about the spirit of competition. Stablecoins are simply the latest in a long series of innovations, credit cards, online brokerage accounts, fintech apps that banks initially resisted but ultimately learned to coexist with. Each time, the predictions of doom proved false. Each time, the financial system adapted. Yield-bearing stablecoins will be no different. They won't collapse the banking system. They will change it, and in the long run, that's a good thing. Banks can continue to waste energy lobbying Congress and regulators to protect their turf, or they can embrace the future, innovate, and actually compete for customers on merit. If they truly believe in the strength of the American finance, the choice should be obvious. I could not agree more with that piece, my friends. Daryl says, I read recently that the Bank of England wants to limit UK investors to 20K of stable coins because banks will have, I don't see that happening, Daryl, honestly. I mean, there's always that kind of fear-mongering going on. I'm not saying you're fear-mongering, but those kind of rumors, right? I agree with Andy. It's definitely not happening. Kevin, good afternoon. Thanks for all you do. We can wait and not panic due to your leadership. Let's go, let's go. Absolutely. Pico for the win. Jack says Pico. Absolutely. So yeah, guys, absolutely super fantastic. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin still over 114K. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking juicy. All right, guys, listen. I got some coaching calls I got to take care of. Let's have a look over at the Bitcoin chart, though, before we get out of here. Okay, so yeah, over 114K. Guys, get over to our trading group today. I just dropped a new trade this morning. You're not going to want to miss it. While the market is red, stagnant, sideways, and boring, we are making money over in our trading group. Check it out today. You can also book your one-on-one coaching calls or join our group coaching calls. All of our training courses are free to Patreon members. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description, or you can use the QR code at the top of your screen. Check it out today. We even have a free side over on the Patreon as well, where we are going to be issuing our newsletter, and you get all of our YouTube content over there for free as well. Check it out today, guys. Again, use the QR code in the top of your screen. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.